Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're playing as Terp and we're playing another game of Catan on Colonist. I think I do quite like the spot here on the 5 wheat, 10 ore, 8 sheep. It kind of gives us the 10 ore to ourselves, which should hopefully mean it gets blocked a little bit less. Looking at our players here, our competition, we've got the number 5 guy in Utah. We have the number 9 guy in Pennsylvania. Jeez. And you got Baljeet. He's number 1 in Mexico. Okay, wow. Number 68 global. We're playing in a pretty stacked lobby here. Pretty stacked lobby. Should make for a good game. We're on good sheep, good wheat. I do think the 5 wheat will probably make take some blocks just because the 4-5-11 is open, and I think that might be a choice for blue here. Might be a good choice for blue here. That's if they want to get onto some natural wheat production, which is always good. It's always good. We're gonna be going into the sheep port, which is great. We might be able to double our 8 sheep as well, which is just an extra settle, which is pretty good. I do think we have one of the stronger all wheat sheep setups right now, because I don't think black's gonna be able to get onto the good wheat. Yep, that makes sense. Blue locks the 5 wheat off. Unfortunately, that will eat some blocks. So if we can maybe get onto the 3 wheat as well, that should help us just have a bit more of an advantage with the wheat situation. Because I can already see this 5 wheat's gonna be eating a lot of blocks. You got black there with the 2-4-9 down, just so you can get onto the 6 wheat, the 2-9. I quite like this from black. It gives him a pretty interesting road game as well. Locks off the bottom left side of the map. You can also make a play for obviously the 3. He has the 3-1 port uncontested. He also has the wheat port to play for as well, but I don't think he would be porting wheat in any situation here. Looking at what we have left, they've left a fair amount for us, to be honest, and we are last pick, as in we're first pick, but we'll take the last pick here. I'm just thinking, should I just lock the middle of the board off, because we'd be competing with blue for 6-11, the 6 wood 11 ore. So I could just build the 3 wheat 11 ore 6, the 3-6-11, and just lock like the whole middle of the board off basically. But getting on the extra sheep would be nice as well. The other option is just build 6-11 inwards. And that way we're on the best wood, and I do think it wouldn't make sense now for for blue to back power, so even black, just because I don't think they produce enough brick. It'd just be pretty inefficient for them to try and come for the middle here. The safer option would have just been to take the 3-9-11 and I don't have to worry about all of this, but I do think that we have time. I do think that we have time. And the double ore isn't a bad pick up either. I do also think with blue doesn't produce wood, so we might be able to get some wood for brick trades with them. Yeah, or even wood for ore. And we can try and maybe get early city. I think at this point we just need to buy development cards. We need utility. Get utility. We need the sheep port. Quite a lot of things to do here now. We need the 3-11-9. It's just a huge expansion for us. And we also need the sheep port as well. Sheep port would be great. Red's just had an insane amount of brick. He's coming all the way around for the 3-8. So don't blame him. 3-8's a great spot. But it does slow his game down a little bit just for that extra road. He could have just settled. But it's fine. We're close to a city in hand. I don't think... Yeah, we should take the city. Even if we had it there. It's just not great for pacing, I don't think. I think first order of business is just getting the settle down on the 3-9-11. Just get another hex of wheat, another hex of sheep. Just makes our setup that much stronger. Makes it that much stronger. I don't think there is brick on the board, but we can check. I mean, as much as I want to leave the 4 brick open, like, I'm not sure if it was the right block. But then I feel like this way, if I leave it open, people are more inclined to trade it because it's available. But on the flip side, given how little there it is for them, I don't think they would trade it. I think they all want to get their settles down, right? They all want to get their settles down. I think in that case it made sense to support for the break and pass. Nope, we do not do that, sir. I offered that trade, and nobody takes it. Nobody takes it. And we just do the wood no block, just so we can have an actionable turn. Blue said okay, that's great for us. Might have to just solo black here. I mean, red's on 2 points, black's on 3. He's also going to be our army threat as well, I imagine. Blue's also taking this. I'll just take it with blue. And we can just take the city now as well. Just clear our hand, which is great. This city should just help with production, just help us with our second brick trade as well, hopefully. We'll just be able to maybe port 4 sheep. So, yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, and that's the first weak block of the game. Luckily, we have a knight to protect ourselves there. Fortunately, that's why you take the early death cards for protection, and we roll a 7. The double rob on black, yeah, I'm not sure. I think I just take from blue here just because he's also got a down dev. He's got 1 knight played. He's also trying to pace army. We're on a similar number spread as well. We're on a pretty similar number spread, except I have the wood and he has the brick. Also, I'll have the sheep port. He might have to forego the port altogether, unless he wants to dish out for an extra road into 3-1, and also again to the wood port, which I don't think would be too handy for him. Let's see if I can get a trade-off. If I can get a brick or a wheat, I can just 4-for-1 sell. I don't think anyone needs sheep, but I don't think they need wood. So I guess we just port and pass. Port and pass. Just need a 5 roll here. Can we get a 5 roll? We really need to settle down like ASAP. And then we can kind of just focus on devs at that point. And then whenever we do have the opportunity, we can just get the sheep port. But I think this set is just humongous for us. No. Let's see, 2 cards for 1. I feel like on your turn, typically, like, people wouldn't do the 1-for-1. In this case, there is an excess of wood on the board as well, so, like, yeah, it makes sense that why they wouldn't. Your Bread's finally got the settle down. Now they can begin their game. Drop the second road, 3-1 port. Makes sense. Double the brick. Double on the 11. I mean, could have also have made a case for just dropping a road toward the 6 wheat and just doubling up the 6 wheat. But I guess they want the 3 extra touch of brick. The extra touch of brick. Double up the brick. 11. 11's strong. Card of choice. We need wheat. Our wheat is blocked. We are in trouble. We don't have a knight either here. I don't think we can really do much here. Maybe it's all for trade. I would be looking at red for this. Maybe something like this. Just want to get the settle down. To be honest with you, just want to get the settle down. Also, I don't think I'd really do this unless it's, not great. Also, given red makes wood on the 6 wheat and 6 wood doesn't really make sense that they trade it, right? Oh, we just need a... Okay, if we can get a sheep or a wood trade here, we can just 4 for 1 and just sell. 2 for 1. I think that's pretty... I don't really want to give the all, but I might have to. I think we do this, we give this with... I'd like to do this with red, if possible. Yeah, I think it's just going to have to be the all wheat. It just helps get our game going, I guess. While that we're on the 3 wheat as well, now we just have another source of wheat. It just helps make our lives a bit easier with, you know, for devs. The fours are a good roll for them, but not for us. We don't like the fours, don't like to see the fours. Like the eights. Lots of sheep comes onto the board here. Once we do get the sheep port, a sheep monopoly could be a huge play here as well. Given how much it gets produced on the 8 and the 9. There will be a lot of sheep available on the board. A lot of sheep. Our life does become a lot easier once we get onto the the sheep port, but I don't think it's worth hustling too much for like the brick right now. And of course they steal the ore, of course. But this block is fine, we just need 3, 5, 11 and we need to just play dev cards because we're pretty behind here. Sheep, that's fine. We just probably port for an brick here and pass, I guess. Might not have been a bad idea to port for the wheat or an ore, but I think given how behind we are, I think it might just be like a build to 10 kind of angle as well. And then we try and luck out with two victory points. Because we are so behind on the army race. We are the rob. I don't think we should be the rob here. I know we're on 4 points, but blue's pacing army pretty well here behind black. Saying black now here that I'm not even pacing army. I'm not gonna get road. I'm pretty behind her. But that's fair. I mean, you blocks the 5. Fortunately, we do make wheat on the 3 as well, which is good. Also, our turn now we should be at least actionable. We'll be able to drop a road toward the wheat port. I mean the sheep port. Nope. Can't. Blues after wheat. Don't think anyone's trading wheat, my guy. I do think all 4 wheat trades might go through with red. I think that's possible. Nice block. Maybe I should have just ported for a wheat instead. Or an ore. To be fair, I likely would have ported for the ore. That made the most sense at that point. Can we get a 3? I think at this point, given how much is going to sit on the 5 wheat, it might be just good to just get the settle down on the sheep port. I don't think we can probably claw army back at this point. Like, we would need like an insane amount of rolls. It's because black also produces on the 10 ore as well. Like 10 is just winning for both of us. Let's see if we can get a settle. If we can't get a settle here, that's fine. I think we'll just double dev. Like if this goes through. I mean, it's giving them a dev card, but I think it just, I think we just gotta take the settle. But, I mean, I am getting extorted here with black and blue. I feel like it should be red doing these trades. I'm not sure why red isn't doing these trades. Like, he should be hustling for these ore trades. By this point, I'd say, like, we're done here. We don't need any more brick. We don't need any more brick here, which is great. Now we can just focus on deving up. 8's a huge roll, 9's a huge roll. We're close to being unblockable here as well, so I like this. I like to see this. Surely we are not the rob, and we are the rob. Yeah, I mean, I guess the city is pretty scary, right? And we've got an extra settle down. Black probably sees us as like the biggest competition here. But like we're so behind on army. I think for us the block's just gonna be the 10 ore. And then let's see. Can we get a sheep trade? Or trade? Or for sheep? I'm not sure why red is not trading. I might have to just do this with blue. Monopoly. Okay, Monopoly's huge. I can make a... That's exactly the card we were probably looking for, to be honest with you. Monopoly is huge for us here with the sheep mono. I don't really have positioning on blue though. Like, we both make sheep on 8, so he's likely going to port it or use it. Pull the road builder. Yeah, I'm just saying we probably need red with road here, just because we don't really know what blue's 2 other dev cards are. There are 2 non-knights though. Kind of scary. Could be on 6. I do like the idea of red playing for road. Black's kind of scary just because he has a pretty good dev game as well. Let's see if I can get wood trade here again. Nope. Knight. We need to pull some VPs here, otherwise we're pretty out the game. We just need more utility and VPs. But I do think black has 2. I think the deck is pretty hot with VPs. Here I just mono the sheep, just so I can just get more dev cards. Don't like to see knights just because I don't. Yeah, I can see army kind of being locked off here with black. But I do think now there should be more VPs in the deck. Like, the deck is hot. 4 VPs. Deck is hot. The knights aren't the worst thing. I can kind of keep black pinned at least a bit with his on the 10 ore. It just slows his game down, and we are essentially cooking super hard now with the 8s. VP. Okay, that's great. Love to see it. And on 10, we're pretty much making a 3 ore, which is a city. We have a pretty strong game at this point to just build to 10, but we do need some more utility, more VP. Another mono could be great as well. Catching up with army would be pretty difficult here. But we, depending on if black's able to buy more. But I think if we keep like the 10 pin and keep robbing him, I think he'll struggle. Red's also 6, maybe 7 with road right now. Blue hasn't used his 2 devs in a while, so there's a chance that it might just be 2 VPs. There is a chance. And I think red potentially going to 8 here. Potentially on 8, potentially going to 9 with the setup, but he needs to city up first. I mean, I think this is where red probably stagnates now, just because he needs a city and he didn't do any early ore trades, and he probably should have early on. So I think red will probably just stagnate here for a little bit, but he's not eating any blocks, which is good. Yeah, blue had a year of plenty to city up. Okay, fair enough. Nope, we don't do that. Maybe we can get 2 sheep. This is pretty good for us. And we got it. Perfect. He just wants dev. That's fine. No, 7. I think this is just probably 3 devs straight, I think. But we also have city pop as well, which is not bad. Just gives us the extra point. The other thought process was just, I wasn't too sure about army, but I think at this point we also have army now as well, if we can survive 2 orbits, and then that will put us on 9, and then we just need a city to win now, right? Yeah, we've cooked pretty hard. I can't believe we've caught up with black with army here. They probably thought it had it locked, but yeah, this is an insane catch up. I think it's more so they, I guess they just got all their knights early, kept playing them, and we kind of paced behind and just built first. Just got our foundation in place. Got our foundation in place before we started going to the dev deck. can be kind of risky sometimes, but I think it's paid off here because we're in a really strong position now. Red's also got the city. They've open settle for 9. Open settle for 9. I think at this point it might have to start being a red block. Big roll, big roll. Okay. Huge roll. At this point we just city, and I think that's it, right? We win on the next orbit. Black doesn't have any more knights. We could just city pop for fun, but I think it's pretty much GG at this point now. At this point, I'm just trying to get a trade to see if I can pop as well, like city pop. Because why not? Yep, got the trade. Put for the ore. I mean, no point really doing this because once we seed up, it's pretty much GG now. Because red wasn't really going to win on that orbit. And we are rolling. These 8s are cooking for us. Black's finally been able to buy a dev. We kept them locked down for so long. I don't really think blue really has like a winning hand there, especially after being 7-7 out. I think now we just take army and win her. What an insane game. Insane game. Wow. Sheepport cooked for us. I think you did pretty well just building first and then trying to just kept playing a catch-up game after with army. I did not expect to get army back here. Honestly, I genuinely just thought I'd probably pull VP's more utility. But the knights, playing the knights like later on just helped a lot more. Yeah, just pull a couple devs for fun and it's GG anyway. But this takes us to 11 points, which is great. Bring up our average score, and that takes us to 1784, which is pretty good. We're climbing. What did blue have? Blue only had one VP. That makes sense. They had a yap earlier, right? 3s did not roll at all. The 8s cooked for us. I could have used the mono a lot better, to be honest with you. Because I only took six sheep with that. But it's kind of hard because blue goes before us. Pulled heavy on the knights. The VPs were pretty much deep stuck in there. Let's look at the robs. We took 7 of the robs. Black took a lot more robs, but I think that was a lot more me robbing black. So with the knights. And then only toward the end I really had to worry about red. Because I think, the rob earlier were correct because I had to keep robbing black to probably just keep arming and stop them from pulling the VPs. Okay, well, GG guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.